day, whenever and wherever you're watching this video. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name's Sam. Welcome. So glad that you stopped by to watch a video. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe and also hit the notification bell so that way you do not miss out on any content here that I upload here on YouTube. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about false lashes. And I thought it'd be a good topic to cover because I'm always wearing false lashes on my channel here anytime I do a makeup tutorial, and I do get questions on like what type of lashes you use, how do you apply the lashes, I'm new to lashes, so like what do I do, right? So I figured just add all of that info into one video, and then that way you guys have that information. If you want to know how I did this initial makeup look, then give me a thumbs up and leave a comment in the comment section, and I would be happy to share this makeup look with you guys. It's actually very easy. And I was able to do it in like 10-15 minutes. So very easy, natural look. Again, if you want to see that, then let me know. Smash that like button, leave me a comment, okay? So, but we're not talking about makeup looks today. We're talking about lashes. Stay on track, Sam. So anyway, I figured this would just be a great opportunity to talk about lashes because I haven't put on lashes for this look yet, and I figured I would talk about lashes and then actually do like a live demo of me putting them on for you, so that way you can see me live in action, okay? So to kind of talk initially about what lashes do to your eyes. So lashes are intended to kind of create a different look for your eye. So there's different types of lashes depending on how you want your eye to look. There are the lashes that look a little bit more natural on the eye, so it's not going to be as dramatic and draw a lot of attention. So a lot of people like to wear a natural lash if they like more of a natural look. And maybe they just want to punch it up just for a little bit if they're going out on a special occasion, like a date night, they're going to a wedding or something, and they just kind of want to increase the look of their natural lashes in a very subtle, natural way. An example of a natural lash that I have, there's definitely a lot more that are subtle than this, and these are from Kiss, and these are the number 11s. And what's nice about these is that there is a clear band on them, and then they kind of follow the natural progression of an eyelash, okay? So I would recommend these for, again, people that like to have a little bit more natural look to their lash. It is going to make your eyes look voluminous, but it's not going to be like, whoa, you're wearing false lashes kind of a look. So if that's kind of your thing, then these are really, really great, and they're affordable, and they're from Kiss. Now, you can have a little bit more drama, which I love false lashes that really are like super dramatic. There's a couple of ways you can go about that. You can buy mink lashes, you can buy faux mink, and then there's just also brands that really have the effect on the eye to make it look a lot more dramatic, and it will draw a lot more attention to your eye specifically and what you're doing with your eye. So it really just all kind of depends on how you want your face to look. I love myself a dramatic lash. I feel like go big or go home is kind of my motto when it comes to lashes. So there's a couple of different styles that I have personally that I really like. Number one is I really like the House of Lashes eyelashes, and if you're not new to my channel and you're familiar with my stuff, then you know I talk about them all the time. But this is what the packaging looks like. You can get them from Ulta. I believe Sephora carries them now, and then their website. What's nice about these is that they have the mink look, but they're faux mink, and they're affordable. They're only like $10-12. And what's nice about this is that it does provide a little bit more drama to the eye. So this particular style is the Allura Light. I believe I have the Allura Original. No, I don't. I have the Iconic. This is my absolute favorite. I love the Iconics. They are so great. So as you can see, it's definitely a lot more of a dramatic look at my eyes, look at my face type of thing, versus maybe a more natural one like this will probably just bring a little bit more balance to the face, and it wouldn't just be all about the eyes. Again, it just depends on how you want to do it. And then there's another brand that I really love for lashes, and it's Makeup Geek, and they just launched, well, not just launched, probably at the beginning of the year, they launched these 3D faux fake eyelashes. And these are just absolutely beautiful, guys. I mean, so gorgeous. So, so pretty. That's another brand that's really good and affordable. And then I got these from Amazon that are really, really great. And these are their 5D natural and soft fake mink lashes. And that's what these look like. Now, these are definitely high drama, okay? This is definitely not a subtle, I'm just gonna go to the grocery store, pick up my kids from school kind of look. Typical people, that's what you wanna do with these. I don't judge. But most people are not gonna wear this in their everyday life. This is a very much a special occasion. I mean, some people might even wear these for like, if you're doing like some type of special photo shoot for your man. Girl, you know what I'm talking about, okay? All right. So it just depends on you. Like I said, I like a dramatic lash. I like the va-va-voom, like that sexy, like, you know, very alluring look to my lashes. That's just me. I feel like, hey, if I'm gonna put on lashes, I'm gonna go through the effort of it, I want my eyes to look dramatic and I want them to look cute. That's just me. So for today's video, and my eyes are pretty simple today, I think what I'm gonna wear is I'm gonna wear these Allura Lights, I believe. I wanna wear these, they're nice and fluttery. And what you're gonna need for eyelashes is you're gonna need the actual lash. You're gonna need lash glue because that's what's gonna stick to your eye. And this is the House of Lashes one. You can get any kind. I also have the duo glue. You can get this pretty much anywhere. Comes in clear and a dark. If you just research eyelash glue, you can find some on the internet. Then you're gonna need some tweezers or an eyelash applicator so you can actually get it onto your eye. Okay, so the first thing you wanna do is you wanna get your eyelashes out of the package and you want to trim them to your eye, especially if you have a smaller eye. A lot of times these eyelashes are made rather large. And I get that because everyone has different eye shapes. And so you don't wanna make them too small because then it wouldn't appeal to everybody, and you don't wanna make them too large. So there's like a standard size, I guess is what I would say. So in order for it to look the most natural and for it to fit on your eye the most to where it's not gonna hang over your eye too much, is you do need to trim your lashes. So here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna take the lash, and you can use either one, and I'm just gonna gently pull it out of its package. You wanna be very gentle when you're taking it out because you don't wanna ruin the shape, okay? And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your tweezers or your eyelash applicator. You're gonna hold it in the center of the eyelash like this, and then you're gonna measure it, okay? So for me, I'm gonna place it on my eyelash, and then I need to figure out, where's my mirror? So this is what it looks like without me trimming, okay? So then I need to look in my mirror and see where it needs to be trimmed. So I can tell right off the bat that I need to trim on the inner corner part, okay? Because it's a little too big right in here. So I do need to trim it just a little bit. But as you can see here, me just kind of placing it on my lash, then I can have an idea of how it's gonna look on my eye. So that's another trick too. If you're not quite sure how a lash is gonna look on your eye, you can just place it there, don't even have to do the glue, and then you can realize, okay, is that kind of the look I wanna go with my eye? That's a nice hack, okay? So now that I know where I need to trim, I know I need to trim in here, this little area here, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna trim. Now, I've heard some people say you shouldn't trim on the inside, you need to trim on the outside. I'm not a professional makeup artist, so I don't follow the traditional rules. I've done both, and I understand why people say you shouldn't trim on the inside, because sometimes that can cause the lash to fray. But I feel like if you have a good quality lash, it shouldn't matter if you trim from the outside or the inside. The other thing too is that if you trim enough on the inside, then it will make your eye look just fine. I think sometimes people say don't trim on the inside, because if you trim too far in, then it doesn't look as natural, and you could like have your lash start here right in the middle of your eyeball, which is not right. So I would say if you are a beginner at this, then you probably do want to trim from the outside because that's a little bit more forgiving on your eye. in terms of if you trim off too much, then it won't be as noticeable as if you trim on the inside, okay? So I think, to be fair and to not confuse you guys, I will trim from the outside, okay? Because I don't want to contradict myself. So I'm just gonna trim a little bit here. And it's better to start small than to start too much and then now you don't have enough lash. Does that make sense? So let me start with that. And again, it's a process. So you can trim a little bit and then realize, oh, I don't have enough. I need to trim more. But it's, again, easier to start small than to trim off too much. And now you're in a situation where your eyeballs are gonna look crazy. Got it in the middle here. So now we're just gonna plop it on the eye. Okay, so that looks good. That looks good. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna prep my natural lash, okay? So what I mean by that is I'm going to curl and I'm gonna put some mascara on those lashes. So we're going to just curl real quick. And the reason I curl is to help my eyes blend in more with the falsies. Because as you'll see with the false lash, where's my applicator here? As you can see with the false lash here, I mean, the lashes are curled. You know, they're curled, they have that nice lift, they've got a lot of volume. And your natural lash, most people, I've got like 3 eyelash hairs. Most people don't have very full, voluptuous lashes, and that's why you wear false lashes. So you want your natural lash to blend in as much with the fake, and that's why you want to curl, and that's why you want to put mascara on so it looks like it's a seamless transition, okay? So now that I've curled, I'm going to put on my mascara. You can use any one that you like. I've been really digging this one. That's from Thrive Cosmetics, and it's their liquid lash extension. And I'm just going to put on a very light coating. I don't need a lot because, again, I'm going to be putting on false lashes. So I'm going to put on my mascara here, and I am gonna look down in my mirror, and I'm just gonna do, like I said, a very, very light coating. What we're gonna now do is put our glue on, and I'm gonna grab my House of Lash glue here that I have. Again, you can use any glue that you want, and you're gonna put it on the band. So as you can see here, I'm just putting it a thin layer on this band, okay? It's important to know too that you need to put the glue on the corners here too, because I struggle sometimes with my corners not tacking down well, and that's because you don't have glue there. So you're gonna get that glue on there, and then the most ideal time to wait for the glue to get tacky is around 30 to 45 seconds. It's important to know that you want to wait to get the glue to be tacky, because if you put it on too soon, then your eyelash is not going to stick to your eye, and it's just gonna slip and slide around your eye. And then by the time it does glue down, it might not glue in the right spot. So it's better to wait for the glue to get kind of tacky. And then once you put it on your eye, then it's exactly where you want it to be, versus it's kind of slipping and sliding, and then you're having to like adjust a million times. And I think that's probably part of the issues that some people have and the frustration that people have with false lashes when they're like, oh, false lashes don't work for me. You know, they never stick on my eye. Well, probably the main problem is that they're not waiting long enough for the glue to get tacky, because I can tell you it makes a world of difference when you have glue that's ready to go on your eyelash versus glue that's just applied to your eyelash and it's still kind of waiting to get sticky and tacky, okay? So that is tip number whatever we're on. That's a main thing to really, really, really understand. And I think once you kind of honed in on that, applying lashes is gonna be so much easier, and your lashes are gonna stay on longer because, again, the glue is ready to stick to your eye versus it's not ready, and then it could impact the longevity of the lash. Okay, so now that I've talked, I think it's starting to get a little bit tacky here. So at least my glue starts getting a little bit clear when it starts getting tacky. Some glues don't do that. Some glues do change color. It just depends on yours, but mine is starting to get a little bit clear, so I think we're good here. So another thing that you're gonna need is you're gonna need a mirror. I use this. You can use like a desk mirror, like I have a big old desk mirror here, but I think what's important is to have a hand mirror, because it's important you're gonna look down. So you're gonna watch me, so watch. So I'm currently looking now down in my mirror, and I've got the lash and I am now gonna just put it right on top of my natural lash, okay? And it's easier to do this when you're looking down versus looking straight on. I don't know why, don't ask me, but it's just easier to get your lash to do that, okay? It's just easier to look down. I think it's probably because you can see your lash line a little bit better when you're looking down versus looking straight on. So now as you can see, the lash is on. Just kind of fixing my eye here. Okay. So the lash is on, and as you can now see, it's pretty well blended into the eye, okay? So lash, no lash, huge difference, right? Now, if you still feel like, oh my gosh, like it's not quite sitting right, you can always squeeze your lashes together, okay? Now, again, you wanna do that when you know the glue is tacky. You don't want it when it's not tacky. But you can always just kind of press them together just to kind of really get them to kind of be married to each other, okay? So that did make a difference on this eye. Okay, so as you can see, it's on. It's on, ready to roll, okay? So I'm gonna do that with this lash here. Lash number 2 is on. All right, so as you can see, lashes make a world of difference to your eyes, okay? My eyes definitely look a lot more, I feel awake and open. One other thing before I close out this video is I wanna talk about removing your eyelashes. So what's important to know is, number one, just like with anything with makeup related, you should not be sleeping with your eyelashes on. It is considered a cosmetic. The glue can, you know, stick to your eyelashes for a long period of time, so you don't want to sleep in them. So the easiest way to take off your eyelashes is you definitely want a makeup removing balm or micellar water. And what you're gonna do is you're just gonna rub the eye area very gently, just rub it very gently, and then to the point where the glue pretty much is off your lashes and your lashes are pretty much falling off of your eyes. Then you can just gently take them off your eye and then put them back either in the box that they originally came in, or you can invest in like a case like this where it houses multiple eyelashes. So like this one houses 3. Yeah, 3 eyelashes. So I've got 2 out of 3 in here, okay? So you can do that if you want to reuse them. The kind that I use are reusable, so, but there are some brands where it's like a one and done type of eyelash and you can't really get reuses out of them. So you have to just do your research and figure out which lashes you're purchasing if they're reusable. If they are reusable, prior to putting them back in the case, with that makeup remover still on them, you definitely want to wipe them down dry because you don't want them wet as you put them away. And then also too, you want to remove any glue on the band, okay? So when we're talking about the band, we're talking about this part of the eyelash, the part that actually sticks to your eye. It's important to remove the glue because if you are gonna be reusing them, then it's harder for the new layer of glue to adhere to your eye if there's an old layer of glue, okay? So it doesn't work well when it's kind of compounded upon itself. So it's best to always have a fresh layer of glue on your lashes when you're putting them on. So the easiest way to get the glue off, again, once it's kind of been like softened and emoliated, is just use a pair of tweezers. And you just gently want to like pick it off. You certainly don't want to yank it off, because the problem with that is then you could distort the band, and that's going to affect how it sits on your eye. If the band is kind of warped, then it's not going to sit on your eye right. And then the other thing too is that you could remove false lashes in the process. I've done that before where I've been a little bit too aggressive, like getting the glue off, and it's to the point where I like yanked on the band and like the band basically disintegrated, and then like I was pulling off lashes, and then at that point the lash is done. So you have to be very, very careful. If you're afraid of using tweezers, then you can just use your fingers, because at that point it should be soft and broken down enough to where you can just kind of peel it off. And then you just want to get to the place where you can visibly see that it's not on the band anymore, and then you want to store it away. So that's just kind of the care of the lash. Again, if you want to use it for multi-purposes, which most lashes, I think you can probably, even if you buy them from the drugstore, you can probably at least get another use out of it. Like these Kiss ones that I have, I can get at least 2 uses out of these. So I can wear it once, clean them off, and then use them again, and then I'm done. Now, I will be honest, sometimes I'm just lazy and I just don't want to clean the lash, and they're cheap like this, like in a 5 or 6 pack, then I will throw them away. But when it comes to like the ones that are a little bit more expensive, like the Makeup Geek ones, the House of Lashes ones, where those are around like $9 to $12, I just don't feel as comfortable throwing them away. And they advertise those as reusable, so I know I can get multiple uses out of that, because they have a thicker, more quality band. So just some things to think about, but that's something else that I wanted to talk about in terms of false lashes, is that you do have to take care of those and take care of your eyes. So I hope you found this video helpful as we kind of close this out. Again, this is the lashes. So you definitely, hopefully got something out of it. If you did, give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And with that, I will see you guys next time. Bye.